of how do you found an organization.
Which is something that you've done.
So despite the political experience and depth which characterizes the leadership of Umkhonto we Sizwe, none of them have ever been involved in forming an organization. And coincidentally, I had been involved in forming and founding an organization called the Economic Freedom Fighters, and thought that as part of consolidation and safeguarding the progressive forces, we need to participate in Umkhonto we Sizwe party, and not for position mongering purposes, but as part of the contributions. The day I decided to not renew my membership of the Economic Freedom Fighters, there was no position that was given to me as to what role I'm going to play in Umkhonto we Sizwe party. There was no guarantee that I'm going to sit in the top officials. But I knew that as a member, at least my voice will be heard if we're to say that let's avoid these pitfalls, like let's avoid these mistakes that otherwise any organization might encounter. There are so many mistakes that you can make at formative stages, and some of those mistakes can be terminative of the organization itself.
Absolutely.
And we couldn't afford as a country to have a progressive political formation, which is even official opposition now in parliament, imploding because of avoidable mistakes, which otherwise we could guide each other in avoiding. So they were thought that the most correct, sound, and best decision was to take the decision to join Umkhonto we Sizwe and contribute to its politics. And I'm convinced that this is the correct path and the correct decision that has ever been taken in the history of politics. I'm taking it to a different perspective now. Yeah.
I'm so sorry if you can hear background noise. That is my washing machine. But I had to do this reaction video because I have been laughing back to back. And these are the best moments of the interview. FLOYD SHIVAMBU is a problem, okay? He is the thorn in Julius Malema's feet, okay? He has left EFF, but no. He is now shining bright like a diamond. Who is this? And the way he throws jabs, okay? He is throwing those right hand jabs at Julius Malema. He is triggering Julius Malema. But the shocking part, Julius Malema is silent. Now, name one other time where Julius Malema did not respond. Just name one other time, because this is absolutely shocking to me, okay? First of all, FLOYD SHIVAMBU says that he founded, okay? He was involved in the fight. He's one of the people that founded the EFF. And not only that, he was part of building that whole constitution. And that is why, the EFF has not objected. I mean, FLOYD is very bold. He is now telling us the inside bagatis of everything that was happening in EFF, but he is saying it so politically correct. And he says the most important decision that he made, the most correct path and correct decision that he made was joining the EFF, because we cannot afford as a country to have the official opposition imploding because of avoidable mistakes. As you know, the EFF, the MK party, they had leadership problems, things going on in there. It was disorganized, but FLOYD is there. Okay, I am here now as a founding member of the EFF, as one of the people that created the EFF constitution. I will help the Umkhonto we Sizwe. I will save it, okay? Don't worry, Umkhonto, don't worry. Wow. But the most important part is what he says here.
This was a very personal decision as well, because you had built the EFF. I remember meeting you in the early days of the EFF and seeing how much you were sacrificing just for the party. People don't know the personal sacrifices that leaders went through. And you built important friendships and brotherhoods, and so just for the record, in terms of the personal aspect with Julius Malema, where does that sit now?
I think so if you were to go to the interview that we did in when I was still in the EFF, and then you asked me the question, what is the relationship with the president of the EFF? I said this political relationship, actually made an emphasis on, it's a political relationship that we had. And of course, because we work in the same spaces, we'll end up doing so many things together. If there's a family gathering, you'll get to know and then support each other and all of those things there. But the relationship was political relationship. And
that's interesting.
That is how it is. And have no bad feelings about anyone. Like generally, leave the people that I work with. Generally, I don't have any personal feelings against anyone. Like I relate far much easier with comrades in the ANC. Like I talk to everyone. Like I'll talk to the comrades that we led with in the ANC. Like I talk to Andre Lungisa. I talk to Lebogang Maile for a very long time on the phone. I talk to Lamula, like about so many issues. I talk to everyone. Like I get to have political discussions with them, even if we're in different political organizations. I still talk to some of the comrades in the EFF, except those who feel like they might be doubted for having engagements with me. I don't have problems with anyone, but I'm able to distinguish that there's a political relationship and like so-called brotherhood and everything else. Because sometimes this so-called brotherhood, it's not brotherhood. It borders on gangsterism, a gangster relationship that we're together. If a person is wrong, we can't call each other to order. Like you defend each other even when a person is doing wrong things, is now venturing into wrong politics of being boastful and doing wrong things in public and everything else, and disrespecting people, and then you don't say anything because of brotherhood. You must be able to call out certain things that this is unacceptable and everything else. And if you realize that, so those things of the personal relationship can't override a political principle in the relations with everyone. So if a comrade misbehaves or does things which you realize that this is wrong, you must be able to call each other to order. Like it's not gangster relationship where you say we'll die together. It doesn't work like that. And by the way, this characterization, I used to say this when we were in the National Executive Committee of the ANC Youth League. So you know, Pulemabe was the Treasurer General of the ANC Youth League. So I used to say to the president of the ANC Youth League, now current president of the EFF, that me and you are going to be buried next to each other. Wow. All the time. And then later on he went to engage in other activities, like to collaborate with those who were dealing with him. Now I used to say that, I'll never say that. I'll never. Like if it's a political relationship, like you can't promise to die next to each other in a political relationship. It's based on principle.
Sure.
If principle shifts, then we no longer relate the same way that we related before. So if you realize that there's certain areas of just divergence from what should define a revolutionary, you must be able to say, but this is not what I signed up for. This is not the character which I thought we're dealing with. And I'm not talking about the contextual relationship now with the president of the EFF. I'm talking generally in politics that we should relate to each other on political principles so that we're able to correct each other whenever something goes wrong. Yeah.
Somebody please check on Julius Malema, because wow, his silence is too loud. He is so loud. It is shocking. Because what? Is he going to let FLOYD SHIVAMBU get away with all this? Wow. But you know what? The only thing I want to comment on is what I noticed. I noticed that FLOYD SHIVAMBU refuses, profusely for Julius Malema's name to come out of his mouth. He uses words like the brother, he uses words like the current president of the EFF or the president of the EFF. He won't use his name. Do you think he has a gag order? Do you think he has a cease and desist? Because he names everybody else. Everybody else, he drops their name and, but not Julius Malema. That one he refuses. It is not coming out of his mouth. Because what? He says he has no problems with anyone, okay? He has no problems with anyone. He talks to everyone. But the problem with a brotherhood, it's a brotherhood. It's not a gangsterism. It is not a we will die together situation. To me, that is a clue. There were problems in the leadership of the EFF, top leadership, aka president and vice president of the EFF, and FLOYD SHIVAMBU vacated the building. He left the building and walked straight into Umkhonto weSizwe. Let me know your thoughts on FLOYD. Let me know your thoughts on this interview. This interview was on the SNWX channel. It's a full interview. I think it's about an hour, 30 minutes long. Go watch it. I'll link it in the comment section down below. It is absolutely hilarious. Thanks so much for watching. Please share this video, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll absolutely appreciate it. And I'll definitely catch you on my next upload. I want to hear your opinion. Catch you in the comment section.